All right, Taurus, here we go. Second stop in my 12-stop zodiac fly-through. It's just like a weekly reading or a Friday reading, except it's one reading for each sign. So again, I'm not your astrologer. You don't have to be. You would just split the cycle into 12 pieces. Just reminding everybody, that's all. You can do what you want with these readings. Your theme energy for June 2026. The sun. Wow, it's beautiful energy. I mean, it's liberating. It's free. Eight of Cups and a Knight of Cups and an Eight of Wands. Yeah, more of this Eight of Wands energy. Aries had Eight of Wands energy too. So, of course, for them, it was more the silent treatment would definitely be their game that they should be playing. For you, start getting yappy. Okay? Somebody's coming in. You're not going to have to play the silent treatment. This is like the total opposite. The Eight of Wands is bookending the sun here. All right. Here comes some clarity for you. I think it makes you happy. I'm not sure you stay together or you become buddies with whoever this is, but I do think it helps you. It fills in some kind of a puzzle piece for you. It helps you on your way toward 9 Cups emotional fulfillment. Let's take a look. Let's see where we go. Right? I don't know. Let's see. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. I'm not a fucking time lord. Probably bleed well into early part of July. The way that energy reads, it reads like closure on something. Okay? So maybe it's somebody you broke up with. It could be an ex. Obviously, if you broke up with them, it'd be an ex. But I mean, you might have divorced them. It could be bigger than just an ex. It could be a divorce that actually happened. I don't know. Let's take a look. Or maybe somebody who just ran from you shows back up and explains why. Let's see. We got it right here. Eight of Pentacles. That's amazing. Wow. Similar energies, different decks. Similar energies to the Aries. Very close to you in the cycle. Think of a pizza that's cut into 12 pieces, right? The two pieces right next to each other tend to look fairly similar in a lot of cases. You've got that, but they're different. Maybe one's got half a pepperoni. I always hate that piece where they cut off half a piece of pepper, so I get half a piece, right? And the other person has my other half. I feel like I should take it, that kind of a thing. So you might want to watch the Aries reading, but I don't think the silent treatment part of it helps you, but I do think the feelings of the other person part of it might help you. Okay? I'm just saying. Eight of Pentacles, overall energy of your pyramid. This is how they feel about you. I don't think you see this coming. I don't think they do either. I don't think either of you see this conversation coming, which is really weird because they're the ones starting it. Okay, we'll find out why in a minute. Your feelings are here, or their feelings for you are here. How they see you is here, and the potential final outcome is here. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I'll clarify whatever needs clarifying. Let's go. Oh, wow. We didn't know the world was underneath that. I should have looked what was fueling it. I don't think... Well, I was right anyway. I don't think you see this coming, and I don't think they see this coming. Whatever results from this conversation, I don't think either of you saw it coming. It changes everything. And I mean that literally with the World card here. It's the most powerful card I could pull. All right? If you're telling me right now, if you're looking at this, whether you're male or female, and you're saying, I'd never wear a dress like that, Steve, you will after this conversation. Okay? Or if you do now, you won't ever again. Okay? So, hey, it is what it is. All right. Let's see where we go. How do they feel about you? 10 Pentacles. I said this might be somebody you were married to, or they were in your life at some point. Or they should have been. They feel like they should be in your life. They want to tell you something that might make you happier or get them back in. Okay? So far, so good. I'm not hating this person yet. I said yet. All right. Ace of Wands. It's like a blitzkrieg, which is a German technique developed in World War II of surprise attack, right? A shock and awe kind of a thing. They feel like they need to just show up. They can't think about this. If they think about it too long, they'll find too many reasons not to do it, which is the case anyway. If you think about something too long, you'll find too many reasons not to do it. They just go, I'm in. They're going. They're showing up. They're just showing up. They feel like they need to. Okay. What's the red with that? The Seven of Cups. I think they got them. I think they got some. I think this is all happening. This might be why you don't see this coming, and neither do they. And then after the conversation, everything changes. Well, I think they got some bad information. It's like somebody heard you had herpes, and they're coming in. I got the cure to herpes, baby. I'm coming in. I mean, I don't know. Somebody heard your house burned down. Somebody heard, I don't know. They heard something about you or your life, but I don't think they heard the right thing. They're confused. They're confused. They want to get it straightened out. Or they're confused about something that happened between you two. And I think you might be able to give them clarity. Or they think you're confused about something that happened and they can give you clarity. I got confusion here. They're confused about some aspect of what happened between you two or your life. It could play out either way. It's not all of it for you. I'm just riffing on the energy. I got thousands of people watching. What do you want me to do? Right? I mean, it could play out 1,000 different ways. But Blitzkrieg is right here. They're showing up. Right? They are confused, though. Or they think you're confused. Which one's the majority? Let me taste that energy. I still feel like they got a piece. I feel like they got a piece of bad information. A good number of your people. I feel like they did. Or they read something wrong. You know, I don't know. It feels like a Three's Company bit, which is an old, I know we have people that aren't from America here. It's an old sitcom. I don't know if you've ever seen it. But it was a guy and two girls and roommate thing. And it was always, every episode was somebody overheard something, got it wrong, mayhem ensued, and then at the end they found out what they got wrong. Right? And oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. That's what it is. I get a little of that here. A little bit. Okay. All right. Let's see where we go. I mean, I don't know. Somebody, you wrote on your social media you were chasing the dragon, right? You meant you were playing, like, you know, dress-up games, LARPing or whatever, cosplay with somebody, right? Chasing the dragon. They thought you were on drugs, because that's a phrase for people that are on drugs, you know, or trying to get out, chasing the dragon, that kind of a thing. I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. What? How do they see you? I mean, I don't know. This person's really confused. Page of Swords. See? I'm right. I'm spot on. I'm not too far off with chasing the dragon. You got to be careful what you type. People misread it, right? You might just be doing cosplay, and you might freak somebody out. Oh, my God. I left them, and they got on drugs. Oh, my God. You know, that kind of a thing. I don't know. Somebody's spying and misinterpreting. What do they think about what do they see when they see you? Something wrong, something false, something confusing, right? They are spying. They are seeing you. And there's some paranoia in here. Hello. A little bit. Is your person schizophrenic? Is this person schizophrenic? Are they? Because I feel like in between here, I feel like they think you're spying on them. So they're going to spy on you. Right? You've been spying on me. They may just show up and say, you've been spying on me. What's going on? What might change is you might have a whole different view of this person. Right? Maybe they're the one who told you to wear those dresses, and that's why I said at the beginning of this, you won't be wearing them anymore after this conversation. I don't think you see this coming. What do you mean what are you talking about, I'm on drugs? Well, you wrote Chasing the Dragon up on, I'm going to a convention. Right, little Timmy's going as a dragon. We're going to chase him around the thing. I mean, what the hell? Okay. I mean, I don't know. Potential final outcome. Either way, this person has some kind of past issue they've never dealt with, which is common for the Taurus position, or they're a little bit schizophrenic. They're not dangerous. Schizophrenics rarely are. But there's a misunderstanding here. It's very, 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 very Three's Company. You know, it's very much that sitcom kind of thing. Okay, potential final outcome. I haven't looked. But this is the potential final outcome for you. I'm just relieved it can't be a devil. Okay? I'm relieved it can't be because it's already out. All right? Unless it's a Seven of Swords. It's red with the Ace of Wands. Nine of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, you shore up your defenses a little bit after this. Oh, yeah, you do. Oh, yeah, you do. Well, you do. You stop wearing those dresses. No underpants under there. You're not doing that again. Right? You know. It is what it is. Hey, when you're riding the escalator all day, you don't dress like that. Let me tell you something. All right? You make sure you got some granny panties going. at the end of the day here, you shore up your defenses a little bit. The 9 of Wands, you know. All right. We'll find out. Now, 9s are the end in tarot. You let your defenses down to let this in, but afterward, I think the wall goes back up a little bit. We'll see what happens when we clarify it. Right now, I'm going to pull on their confusion. Okay? I'm going to pull on confusion, the devil, and the 9 of Wands. Okay? And we'll see how close I came. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't think I am. I'm definitely not wrong about short skirts on escalators. Man, I got an eyeful at the Santa Monica Place Mall a while back. This poor girl. A bunch of us were like looking at each other like, does she know? I had no idea. But hey, it's what it is. Let's go. 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. I mean, you can't really walk up to somebody afterward and warn them. I mean, I'm not going to. Excuse me. By the way, excellent grooming. But let me give you a little tip. You know, you can't really do that. All I can do is hope she's watching. You know, I mean, it's the she's not. The 7 of Pentacles crossing the 7 of Cups. Oh, fuck me. Oh, the Knight of Swords underneath it. There's the message of change. All right? I think somebody got the message wrong. This guy's getting the correct message, and somewhere along the lines, it's that the tail grows taller on down the line energy. All right, what's on top? Man, I'm so spot on today. What's up? Right? What's on top here? The Tower. Yeah. This person, again, I'm going to read it as the incoming energy. It could flow either way. But I'm just going to say they feel like you're in some kind of peril. I wasn't too far off with my chasing the dragon joke. You know, you just innocently typed that. It was like I was chasing the dragon, you know. They didn't see Convention Center or what it was all about or even the picture that came with it. This person just running with it. You know, that you're in some kind of drug trouble. Why is that here? Justice. They're coming to save you. I mean, it is what it is. This person here wants to help you. You're like surprised because you don't need any help. I'm fine. What do you mean you want to help me? They feel like you need them in your life. They feel like you need them in your life for whatever reason. Could be my funny little chasing the dragon story. It could just be they got a piece of information wrong. You know what happens when someone tells someone who told someone who then tells another someone, right? You know what happens, the stories then, right? All right. All right. Let's go, devil. Now, this is funny. When they see you, well, they're spying on you. But they're spying on you because they think you're spying on them. I don't think you are. Can I just be honest with you? I don't think you are. I think this is part of the problem here. I think this person has an issue. All right? But people like this think you have an issue. So people who have whatever this frequency of devil energy is, whatever that issue is, right? Devil type energy, it makes them not believe that they have a problem. So it's like they're spying on you because they think you're spying on them. They're not. They think you have the issue. They don't have an issue. It always bounces back. It's always, I know you are, but what am I? Right? That kind of a thing. Okay. All right. The devil, why is it here? Just tell me about this. And the tails grow taller on down the line. One person told another person who told another person who told another. Heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from another. You've been messing around. Ario Speedwagon always comes into my readings somehow. I'm not a fan. I'm just being honest. I'm sure they're great. I mean, I like their really old stuff. Really, really old stuff. From the early 70s and stuff like that. 1057 Riverside Avenue? I love that. I love the piano work. I think that's the name of the song. Something Riverside Avenue. Great song. I always liked it. Anyway, but it's got nothing to do with whatever shit they did in the early 80s. Knight of Wands. Yeah, they jump to conclusions. It's an energy that jumps to conclusions, that runs with shit. Right? They run with shit. You know? They're spying on you because you're spying on them. And they're convinced of it. When they think of you spying on them, they go all out with it. You know? Oh, you're spying on them everywhere. You're bringing your phone with you places. You're doing it on there. You're doing it from wherever you are. From work, wherever. All right, okay. Nine of Swords. What did I tell you? Look, I may not be, how can I be exactly spot on for you? But you got to catch my drift here. Look at the cards. I mean, I'm right. I know this energy. I know this energy. All right? This person suffers from some kind of paranoia, some kind of anxiety, keeping them up at night. What they're seeing is keeping them up at night. So I understand now why they run with stuff, why you're in peril, why you're chasing the dragon. I get it. I understand it because that's what this devil energy does. It makes you paranoid. And paranoid people run with shit. They're crazy. You're not just following them. You're doing drugs. Oh, I got proof. Look, there's the tweet. It's right there. And then, you start making things fit with your proof. It's like conspiracy energy. It's what conspiracy people do. It's what I don't like about those ancient aliens people, Yeah, maybe. It's fun to research these things, but you can't make everything fit. Just because you're not smart enough to figure out how to move a rock doesn't mean they weren't. Maybe people back then, people have gotten dumber. Maybe people back then were fucking smarter than they are now. Wouldn't surprise me if they were at least more crafty and clever, and knew how to do shit. That wouldn't surprise me at all. People don't know how to do anything anymore if there isn't an app for it. I watched a 30-year-old man struggle with changing his tire, almost crying. He didn't know what to do. Where I come from, you can't change a tire. You're not even a man. That's crazy, right? Right here, Nine of Swords. I've been changing tires since I was like 6, It is what it is. So my point is, this is that type of energy that makes evidence fit, and people run crazy with it. Page of Cups, coming after it. Yeah. They are convinced that you're still in love with them. Can I say that? They are convinced that you're still in love with them. But this person has the love language of a 13-year-old girl. I don't care if they're a guy. I don't care what they are. This person has the love language of a 13-year-old girl. All right? This has been coming up a lot. This is tough because the energies are tough. And I even think a similar energy came up in the Aries reading a little bit. I didn't phrase it that way, but it's very much door slamming, foot stomping, imagining things. If you don't call, I've been the guy in this position. If you don't call her, right, you couldn't get to the phone. The next day, they've got all kinds of shit you were probably doing. All right, really, my mom just wouldn't let me call. I'd gotten in trouble. But according to this person, I was out with somebody else. I took Tammy over to the thing. I didn't even see Tammy. Okay, I was locked in my room, away from my phone. Unless I could do smoke signals, there was no way to get a message to you. Here we go. It's that kind of thing. Again, this person runs with shit. I'm just trying to give you some examples of what to expect so that you're not shocked when it happens. All right, Nine of Wands. So you lower your defenses because somebody shows up. You're actually happy to see this person initially. Look at that. Good for you. Good for you. Nine of Wands. Knight of Swords. What is it with the Knight of Swords? What is it with you and the Aries reading? Look, you should watch the Aries reading too. I don't think the silent treatment works for you. I know that rhymed, but if it helps you remember. But I do think you'll understand more about this person's feelings. Because I'm getting the 13-year-old girl again. I'm getting the, whatever. I think they had a 3 of Cups as their overall energy. Anyway, Knight of Swords. Here they come, and what they're telling you blows your fucking mind. It's a message of change. It feels rather sudden. It comes in quick. You let it in. You're not thinking, right? You're not thinking. You just open the door. Sometimes we do that. We all have, most of us have these little peepholes in our door, right? To see if somebody knocks, you see who's there before you open it. But sometimes you're busy and you're talking to somebody and, you're doing something and you just don't look. Someone knocks, you just open the door without looking. 9 times out of 10, when you do that, you regret opening the door without looking because it's somebody you would have, shh, don't let them know we're home kind of a thing. You know, this person kind of sneaks in a little bit here. All right? I don't think you're unhappy to see them, but I think it's rather sudden for you. You would have liked maybe call first. You know, what's on top? 7 of Pentacles. And why is that here? I took a peek. All right, so the 7, fucking hell. 7 of Pentacles, you're willing to listen to this person. You are willing to listen to this person. Just look. Doesn't he look like a good listener? He looked like a good listener to me, right? He looks good. You, male or female, that's you listening. Terrific. And by the time you get done listening to this person, you are about ready to clobber them over the fucking head. You, honest to God, it is the 7 of Wands, and it is the clobber over the head. It is defensive. What this person is saying to you is like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? 7 of Swords, right? Somebody is showing up. Look, the 7 of Swords. And what did I say about this devil? I said, oh, thankfully it won't come out again, right? Unless it's a 7 of Swords. Didn't I say that? Well, here it is. In your final outcome, the devil came out again. The 7 of Swords. It's tied to this devil, tied to this person. Someone sneaks past your defenses because you didn't peek out the peephole and then hide and say you weren't home. And they're coming in under false pretenses. I have been spot on through this whole reading. All right, and I also just saved at least one girl watching some embarrassment on an escalator. Okay? So, I mean, I've done my good deeds for the day, okay? I have. I'll tell you what. It's everything I said. I've said all I need to say here. So don't be surprised when they show up, but it does. I don't think you see this coming. I don't know what specifically they say. It could have already happened. It could be past influence. But I believe this is June's energy. It's part of your June story. And I believe it might be, or it could be future influence, and this is setting up, but I don't know. It happens so fast, it's hard to tell. When, there's no time in the energy. So whenever, you're not going to see it coming anyway. What do you want me to tell you? It's happening Tuesday at 3 o'clock? Okay. Tuesday at 3 o'clock. I mean, I don't know. Sometime, some year, right? I don't have anything else to say. You know what? I'll see what else the universe wants to tell you. I can't give you an exact timing on this, is what I'm saying. It happens so fast. It could be June, it could be July, it could be August. I don't. It might have happened in May for some of you. And this is an echo of it if that's the case. Let's see where we go. One card, the crossing card. Let's see where we're at. Temperance crossed by the Magician. It's very strange. I talk about making a prediction, but this isn't for all of you. Maybe a good percentage. Somebody's going to give you something. All right? Or give you, it could be a piece of information. It has nothing to do with this fucker. Okay? Just whatever. Somebody's going to give you a piece of information, tell you something. That information, while it may not matter to you right now, it will serve you well later. Okay? You'll know what it is because you'll be like, well, why the fuck did that person tell me that? Right? That'll be your response. It'll serve you well later. Could be anything. It could play out 1,000 different ways. It could be somebody gives you a piece of stupid trivia. And one day, 10 years from now, you're on a game show and they ask you that question. And you're the only one on the panel who knows it. I mean, I don't know. I've had weird shit that I know a whole bunch of useless information. I've had useless facts save my life more times than I can count. I mean, it is what it is. That being said, that's what it is. That's what I got. You're about to have another tool, which will in turn give you all the tools you need for something that probably occurs in the future. Okay, so it's a setup energy for the future. All right. It probably comes through a fact or a piece of information from another person. Okay, I don't know. Take it for what it's worth to you. I don't care. Disregard it completely. I don't care. Knock yourself out. That's your reading. Hope it was helpful. Good luck.